We have all the way up from New York.
From New Amsterdam.
We have the Juggaknots in
Juggaknots
studio.
in the building,
Yeah, what's going on, y'all? Good looking out coming down from the BX,
Ain't nothing, man.
aka the Bronx. She got the new album out, Use Your Confusion.
Yeah.
You know, which is here on Animal Glam, Matic Records.
Yeah,
I like the ill cover you guys got on here. I know on the CD it's like a hologram, I've heard. Yes?
Yeah, it's a hologram.
This is a thousand of sweet solutions.
Yeah.
So, you gotta bear with us, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to get everything straight
Ain't
for
nothing.
you know, we gotta get everything straight for everybody. This has been a long time. I definitely haven't caught up with y'all in a longer than a minute. It's been a while since, you know, everybody's crossed paths, at least like a good 2 years.
Yeah, you know, I mean, we around. It's just, we were putting together some things. We was educating the shorties, raising the babies, and a lot of stuff. Get situated here.
Yeah. You dropped the mixtape before the album dropped. When you put out the last single before this, you know, with the P. Russian joint and
Yeah.
you know the Love Deluxe movement.
Yeah.
What led you to really get into this album and you know wait for the situation here for the album, you know, to get started? Like, what was the process in between, you know, doing that piece and then going, you know, to this album here?
I mean, that joint we had thrown out, since we had the single out, we had a couple of singles out, and we was like, you know what, it ain't really time for the album yet, so we had a couple of joints that we be rocking the shows, you know, like little spoof joints or whatever, so we decided to throw all that on there, and a couple of joints that were just laying around, because Cash just be holding us down, and we was like, you know what, let's just get a little bit of music out before that album's ready. So that was a Love Deluxe, and then after that we was like, you know what, we might as well just go at them and get this full length, you know, hammered out. So I mean, you know, it's been a long time, shouldn't have left y'all, so on and so forth, but it's here now, and I just hope Cats is digging it, and after that, there's gonna be more to come, man. We're just trying to re-break the ice, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the Clear Blue Skies, the original EP had you know, was in such demand that it went for like stupid money on eBay, and I'm guessing that's what led to the re-release, you know, of it. Because I mean, I remember when it was out, my man Abacus, you know, used to hang around Fat Beats, Big Dave, you know, would say we talking, you know, it's just like you know, you just saying, you remark how crazy it was that, you know, Cash was getting large sums of money for the album, and it's like, well, we saw the money for that a long time ago.
Exactly.
And that if it was in such demand,
it's bug, you know what I mean? When it came out, Cash showed the love, which we really appreciated. Then after that, it was like, all right, you know, it's whatever. Cash was considering it, you know, I guess a collector's item or whatever, and that's cool. But, you know, we don't really put out music just to be, you know, we ain't really hitting for obscurity, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a whole new format became more popular. I mean, we still love the vinyl to this day. Now it's on other things, MP3 or whatever. But we never even had a CD version of our music out. So we was like, you know what? Cats deserve to have that. You know what I mean? If they held us down so long with the vinyl, why not put out, you know, a CD version? And it just made sense. So that was really the re-release. And we had a couple of other joints that we was like, yo, let's throw these joints on too. And cats could bump it in the whip. Cats could, you know, put it in their, you know, in their CD Walkmans or whatever. And, you know, I mean, for the most part, it was just to accommodate the public. You know what I mean? It was like, the vinyl was cool, but we just wanted, even when we re-released the vinyl, we put it on double vinyl so that the signal could be stronger, got, you know, re-digitized or whatever, just so that it could bump a little more. So, you know, I mean, it's about the music, you know what I mean? It's like, we don't throw out something to be like, I hope y'all can't find it. You know, that kind of defeats the purpose.
yeah, that's almost the cry of the, you know, the indie artist that, you know, every time we have cats come through, you know, there's differing levels of people being able to find their music. With this album, what's the distribution situation with this album?
This is a thousand.
You know, as we get the
Yeah. Easy. Yeah, we down with Amalgam, you know what I mean? Putting out the product, it's a new situation for us, but it's something that, we looking forward to. Think so far so good. It's still Matic Records, we still, just putting the joint out, trying something new. Kind of like their approach, we like their hustle, you know what I mean? So we figured, one hand washes another, you know what I mean? It helps their situation, it helps our situation, and it's working out pretty good.
So this CD can be found pretty much anywhere where you can get quote unquote good hip hop.
I mean, it's where you could get good music. I mean, it's getting to the point now where it's like, hip hop gotta be respected as any other music song. You know what I mean? And it's like, here we are, we 30 joints in. Cats can't. If it's out there, it's getting bread, it's feeding people that's down with the art and people not down with the art. So it's like, it should be considered real music. So wherever you should find, I mean, it sucks that even for some of the good hip hop that I want to get, I gotta go to the back alley joint to find it. You know what I mean? It's like joints that I'm feeling. I hear about a dude. I should be able to walk into any good music store to cop it. You know what I mean? And luckily for us, this time around, we in the mom and pops, but we also more in the in the chains as well. So, we trying to be accessible.
Definitely. Accessibility is key, and to help spread the word. I think cats definitely need to get a hold of the music. How have you adjusted in this age of digital downloads and in digitized formats of music? How have you all adapted to that? Because you said with the first release it was vinyl only, and you went from having something that was highly coveted on vinyl, and then again to re-releasing it to double vinyl and putting it out on a CD so that cats could have in that format. Now how things are manifested now where has want the MP3s. So how has that affected your approach to putting out the music, and what you expect from the sales or working with iTunes or selling it through the websites and things like that?
I mean, that ain't really we just gonna make the music, you know what I mean? And whatever the channels are, we gonna try to put it out there. But for the most part, it's like, back in the day, I just hope, hopefully cats can cop it, and sponsor what they feel is good music. But other than that, I mean, when we were shorties coming up, we had tape decks ready, and I mean, if every dude had a penny for every tape we had, I'm sure some other cats would have had more bread. So it's like, either way, we just trying to send a message out. At the end of the day, of course, hopefully cats will be able to, to collect it appropriately. You know what I mean? But for the most part, it's just more avenues which we try and take advantage of. You know what I mean? Cats from all over is hearing the music. Back in the day, it was like maybe a man would get you a tape. Your man went overseas. I mean, the stories that we used to hear about, yo, I got your joint over there in Germany from my man who was on. I was like, word, all right. It's crazy stories of how music travels. Now it's not really that interesting. It's just like, yo, I put my computer on. You know what I mean? But at any rate, it's like, yo, whatever. Have rhymes will travel. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to have rhymes and hit all corners.
Yeah, definitely. Before we continue, before we go any further with the interview, we definitely want to get to the Queen and B Slim. I want to get into the Clear Blue Skies joint. Again, that's a crowd favorite. And again, cats that are tuning in, maybe it's your first time hearing the Juggaknots. We want to give you a little bit of a foundation before we get along. So we're gonna get to this Clear Blue Skies joint, and then when we come back on the flip, we're gonna have more with the Juggaknots. Gonna peep some tracks off the album.
Really?
Use Your Confusion. What's the MySpace situation? For the people that are sitting here listening on right now, if you have a MySpace or your official website.
Yeah, I mean, Matic Records, Juggaknots, we're working on the website, for the new year. But for right now, all correspondence is through MySpace, you know what I mean? Trying to take advantage of that tool. It's myspace.com/jugsmusic, JUGGS music, MUSIC. All right, so you want to get at us there, you know what I mean? Philly, what's up? Holla at the kids.
Definitely. All right, so that's the situation. We're going to get into this Clear Blue Skies joint. We'll be back in, a few minutes. Again, hit us on Instant Messenger, VOLTARADIO with your questions. It's the formula, baby. Peace. This beat. What's going on? We're back on the formula every Sunday, 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Back here with the Juggaknots. Live and direct. on a formula. That was a Clear Blue Skies joint. Man, that joint still rings very true. You know, every time I hear that track. What was the motivation behind writing that joint? Because the subject matter was so extremely on point, and the way the joint came out was just like extra official.
Really, me and my dude Slim was building, and he came up with a title, and he said talk about racism, and pretty much talk about it in regards to a vision of perfection. You know, people think of a beautiful blue day, and so we were like, all right, well, you got blue skies, and you know, you got blue eyes, and you know what I mean, it's just kind of bug, a little organic. And straight up, we had a dude we came up with, and he was like the only white kid on the block, and I mean, he dated nothing but black chicks, and it was just, you know, it wasn't like he was trying to whatever. That was just his preference, and everybody, he pretty much was like a brother to everybody up there in the Northeast Bronx, and you know, that's my dude. So one day we was chilling, and his mom out of nowhere was like, "Yo, you gotta bring a nice girl home. You know, a girl with some blue eyes." And he was like, "Did we just hear that right?" You know what I mean? But I don't think she meant, you know, she wasn't trying to offend us, but it was just like, oh, word, that's what it is, you know what I mean? And love her like a mother, but it's just like, wow, even with somebody that close to you, it was like, you know, just kind of deep rooted, and it was like, I mean, whatever. I can't, ain't no hate or whatever. It's just
right.
Like, it was just like an ill realization. Like, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I mean, he ended up having, you know, a baby with a black girl anyway. I mean, that's just what the type of dude he is. But it's just like it's bugged at the end of the day. I mean, the mother loves the grandchild, grandmother loves the grandchild, like whatever. And she ended up having blue eyes. But word up. I mean, shout out to dude. You know.
Yeah, man, that's definitely,
Absolutely.
you know, an interesting story behind that track, because, you know, when I first heard it, I was like, it just hit a nerve when I first heard the joint. It made me want to go and, you know, check more music, just the way the track came out, the beat and the tone of the beat, and like I said, the subject matter. And I think, you know, that is what did it, kind of open it up. And so I'm glad that, you know, it opened me up. Can we get the Queen on the mic? Yeah, no, don't have to go too far.
Thanks, yeah, sure. What's up, y'all?
Yeah, definitely nice to have some female representation, you know, in the crew and repping. Los and I were actually having a discussion, and we wanted to get the we wanted to get the female.
The mic is beating me up in there. I'm just gonna hold it.
We wanted to get the female representation and opinion on this, but we want to go more in depth. But we was talking off air. We were talking about Queen Latifah and MC Lyte. If you had a pick, because we heard joints from both of them early in the show. Who'd your preference lie to? Because we were split on who we were.
I mean, honestly, you know, if I had to pick, it's like picking from what angle, because they were both influences for me growing up. But I think it's a whole different, it's a different thing. More lyrically, I want to say Lyte, and it's no disrespect to Queen Latifah. You know, love her to death, but Queen Latifah to me inspires on all different types of levels. She's a complete entrepreneur. She shows expansion. She shows consistency. I mean, she shows a lot of different things. So, what happened? Oh yeah, singing. I mean, the movie, this, that. I mean, she's just, you know, multifaceted, man. So I mean, they're different. They're different things. They're different qualities about both of them. I mean, again, Lyte lyrically, she was just a beast to me, you know. Whereas Latifah, she more had a message, and in her message, what she was sending and representing, that was beast-like for her to come out the way she did, you know, because not a lot of people were doing it, and that's what made her stand out. You know, the consciousness of being, you know, aware of your body. You know, different things that she was doing and representing. So I mean, they represent different things, but both positive things, and they were both dope to me. They're both influences to me.
Jeez, that kind of split Los and I right down the middle. That's we were on pretty much a similar take. With yeah.
Well,
the artists all around.
Yeah, definitely both artists. you know, I don't know the songs. I do love light songs though. Cha Cha Cha, Paper Thin. I mean, song wise, I still love light. I mean, Jesus, she has so many joints. So
Yeah.
I mean, I think. Yeah, nah. Yeah, again, I mean, and I think it was because of the topic base. I mean, light was just more gritty. So it's like, you know, it was more consciously acceptable for the concepts that, you know, Latifah was bringing. UNITY as opposed to Cha Cha Cha. You know what I mean? Like what the concept she was talking about, you know, is more, if you want to say, radio friendly. You know what I mean? More conscious, more things related to, you know, community and such like that. With the upbringing as opposed to light dealing with topics that was like negative topics, but it was how she dealt with it. You know what I mean? So I think people's probably more receptive to Latifah because of what she was talking about, but to light, I mean, it was how she said what she said that got me, you know. You concur? Okay, beautiful.
Los concurs. You get the got
Shout
the
out
thumbs
to
up.
Antoinette. She from 225th. Word, Northeast.
Champ MC.
They too should be on the Nas. Where are they now? we played earlier. So what were some of your influences coming up? Like why did you want to get into MCing and because it's even though we talked about two very influential female artists. It's traditionally been like a male dominated situation. What was your influence to get into being an MC? And what did you like first hear that you were like, I want to do this?
I mean, the influences were both internal and external, meaning both at home with my brothers, because I'm the youngest one out of the three. So basically growing up, I seen them, right there, making beats, making songs, making rhymes and stuff like that, and it inspired me in-house. So I started writing from when I was young, pretty much just trying to emulate and, what they were doing, but in my own way, in my own style. So there was influences at home, aside from Light, aside from Latifah. I always mention Boss, she was dope.
This is a foul.
Dudes who influenced me, actually. I mean, Nas was a huge influence for me. When I was going to high school, I was listening to, New York State of Mind and joints like that. Basically, towards my end years in high school. So, him, Jay, cats who are still out here, still doing it, but they've been doing it for a while. So when they basically just started, is when I was, kind of just starting writing myself. And so they played a large role in that too.
How do you think you fit into the whole dynamic of the group? What do you think that that you bring to the table for the group?
I think I fit in perfectly because I've been fitting in. With family, so it's like it was not awkward for me to be a part of this. I've always been a part of this. It's just a different realm, of being out together. As far as doing this whole music thing. And as far as what I bring to the table, I definitely bring, that female aspect, that perspective, that mentality that, a man is not going to be able to bring because he is what he is. He's a man. So it's a different take on things, different experiences that women can relate to that I can bring because I bring my own experiences to the table. And, that in addition to, media-wise, sexuality, sensuality, dudes look the way they do and they're going to attract what they attract. I attract a different thing. So it brings different dynamics.
Yeah, I hear that in the music, when I listen to Los was saying that, before we came that, you bring that balance on a lot of songs and that it is it'll have that, that perspective coming through, that coming through on the joints. We want to get into this Leon Phelps joint. What
Please,
can you
one of my favorite joints.
tell us a little bit about it? We have it before we get into it.
I'm gonna pass the mic because I didn't write the song, but it's definitely one of my favorite joints. So I'm gonna let the author speak on that
right.
one. Yeah, hold up.
Leon Phelps, he's the ladies' man, which is obviously, it's a joke pretty much, like a cat who's striking out left, right, and center But you know, sometimes you just gotta get on the horse and stay on the horse. And I'm the type of cat who knows how to fall off the horse and get back up. So it's Leon Phelps, man. He's the best.
This is a Foul Sweets production.
All right, so we're gonna get into this. This is off the album "Use Your Confusion," which is
Off the album,
in
Use Your
stores now.
Yeah.
So definitely get it, and then get another copy for one of your friends, so they don't steal your copy.
This is a Foul Sweets
You know what I'm saying?
Sounds
Because
like a plan.
cats be thieving other people's albums. So definitely pick up one and one for your friend. We're gonna get into this track, Leon Phelps again off "Use Your Confusion." DJ Primetime Hollywood Cole holding it down with the Juggaknots all the way from the BX. We'll be back in 3 and some change. Peace, y'all. Yeah, we are back on a formula. That was Leon Phelps off of the new Juggaknots album, "Use Your Confusion." We still got plenty more in store. I guess, Breeze, I'm gonna pose this question to you, and you know, the Queen of Slim wanna chime in. Definitely help us out here. Y'all were signed to East West.
Yeah.
You know, can you talk about that situation of being on a major label and then, you know, at the same time, like, you know, them messing around with, you know, the whole situation of being on a major label where, like, did they ever officially drop a single
Nah.
besides like that joint that turned up on the, you know, the Ill Style live compilation?
Yeah. Nah, they never dropped nothing. We had gotten signed. Slim had did some work with them before with Billy Lawrence, Sweet Little Thing, and she was on the Rampage joint.
Take It to the Streets.
Yeah, she was mean. I loved her. And Slim did like the title cut from her record, and he was just in a good working relationship with them, and that's how we got in the door with them. And then when we got on, I mean, we got on being us. So then after we had, you know, got on, they were like, all right, this is great. Just do something completely different. And we were like, that's what it is. And we never really did anything completely different. And I guess that was the differences. But they never dropped a 12-inch or nothing. But it's bug. We got a lot of buzz off of just that Ill Style Live and that I'm Gonna Kill You on there. Overall, you know, it was a good experience and a mess, somewhere in between. But yeah, it was what it was.
Yeah.
Shout out to Electra.
It's funny to hear like Pete Rock shouting out Sylvia Rhone on that joint, and then, you know, he
Yeah, nah, they had a squad. When we got on, we was like, this is home. You know what I mean? Because they had on the East West side, it was like the Youngsters, Das Effects, just a lot of dope dudes. And on the Electra side, it was what you call it, Pete Rock, CL, Brand Noobs, KMD. I mean, we thought it was going to be a good look, and it ain't really, you know, I don't know. They changed for everybody, so everybody kind of caught the L, besides Electra, because they went with that whole gold mine sound, and they made millions of dollars.
Did they hold y'all up after the fact, or
Nah.
did you have like a pretty clean release from them?
Nah, it was pretty amicable. I mean, I don't think they were like, okay, go throw your record out with somebody else. So what we did was we had like a lot of joints that wasn't even like finished polished mixes. That's why on the, even on the re-release, you got joints like Love and Maxin where the whole song ain't on it, different things like that. So we ain't really know the response was gonna be what it was, you know what I mean? But Bob was like, yo, people need to hear this, you know, and I'm tired of playing your tapes on the air. Why don't we just go a little further with it? Bobito Garcia, you know what I mean? So that's when the final joint went down. So I don't know, you know, I really wish it could have worked out with Electra. I got so many Electra records that I hold dear, you know what I mean? But it's like, you know, whatever, it's all good.
Yeah. Speaking of Bob, what type of role did he play in, you know, helping y'all get off the ground? Obviously putting out the record, but just, you know, for cats that listen to the show that maybe, you know, missed that whole era when Stretch and Bob were doing their thing, and y'all definitely regular contributors up on the show. What type of role did he have and help building the Juggaknots fan base and, you know, putting y'all in front of heads?
Just being, you know, a groundbreaking dude. You know what I mean? It's like, even before Bob, it's like, you know, we were used to hearing like Awesome Tool, Teddy Ted, just, you know, cats, you know, who used to break records. You know, you would listen up, try to figure out who the new dude's gonna be. And it was like Bob continued that whole legacy of New York groundbreaking radio personalities, you know, him and Stretch. And it just got to the point where it was like, all right, well, you know, dude's just, you know, he looking out. So he was putting us, you know, just in front of a cool audience, man. And I just think not only for us, but for a lot of cats in that era, he just helped to just put everything together and present it to people where it was like, all right, the natural elements and the company flows and you know, the Adigios and, you know, the Juggaknots. It just was a good look, you know what I mean? Because it was just, I guess at the time, a lot of the majors was closing their door. And, you know, Bob was just that option, you know what I mean? To be like, yo, I want to hear this good music. I got a little, you know, I'm going to stick my neck out. And I just think, you know, that was ballsy of him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he definitely put it out there for a lot of cats, and definitely, you know, was one of those DJs that really dug and gave opportunities to many.
Continues, you know, shout out to Sushio Smash, you know, shout out to just everybody, you know, cats like yourself, Underground Railroad in New York, you know what I mean? It's just, you know, I'm just glad that cats like yourselves is just still making the joint accessible to people, man, for real.
Yeah, man, big ups to JR2 and the whole Squeeze Radio family. Late night Thursdays, aka Friday mornings, WKCR, 1 to 5.
Word.
Keeping it live. You know, on there. If you want to, you know, catch some more hip hop, PSANYC.com, I believe, is his website where you can download some archives of the show. You working at Fat Beats. You have what's like one good story that you have, or if you know from working there. I mean, I'm sure every day was an episode or a story, you know, being there. But any like crazy stuff ever jump off while you know you were working there, or just some like I can't believe these cats like coming through, or
I guess the craziest was I guess the in-store that never happened. There was a Sticky Fingers in-store. And not for nothing, that Sticky Fingers album, the joint he had thrown out on his own, that's a mad slept on album. If you know the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Where it was like, you know, it was like,
it that autobiography
it
joint?
was kind of like The Prince Among Thieves, but more from a first person perspective almost. You know what I mean? And he came through like 2 hours late. And we were like cleaning up. And he was like, yo, what's going on? We was like, I don't know, you know, Cats was here. And he was like, all right. And he just turned around. But but it's like, you know, that was a great place to work, man. A lot of ill in-stores, man. A lot of fun, and just, you know, a good time. You know, good time. So shout out to them, dude. Shout out to Fat Beats. I never got to come down to the Footwork down here when Medina rocked it, because you know that whole Footwork Fat Beats fam was, you know, kind of all together. You know, so you know, everybody got a little store, cop shop. There's joints out there in New York. I'm trying to find out the joints in Philly so we could, you know, get at cats.
Yeah, we'll give you that information.
Store, man. Word, you know, hit us up on the Central IM right now. But, you know, I mean, it's just good, man. The mom and pop, man, that's real. B-boys is just actually doing it. You know, every day was cool, man. I mean, there was some funny times, man. Who was another funny dude who came through? Lenny Kravitz, man, he came through once for a photo shoot with like 2 bad white broads, you know what I mean? Like half his age, you know what I mean? Reign Supreme in the building, the DGO, Philly repping. But yeah, Fat Beats, man, it was a good period.
Yo, we've had y'all here long enough. We can get into another track off the album. I think they'll queue up this Liar Liar joint with Words. You know, another New York, you know, fam, part of the crew. Big ups to Wordsworth.
Word up.
So yeah, we're gonna get into this joint, and when we come back, you know, we're gonna open up the mics.
Alright.
We're gonna open up the mics when we come back. So we get into this joint, Liar Liar, off the album Use Your Confusion. It is in stores now. Hit us on the Insta Messenger, VOLTARADIO. Don't forget myspace.com/The Formula Radio Show. Yeah, back on the Formula every Sunday, 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That was Liar Liar off the album Use Your Confusion. Vanderslice on the beats. Like we said, we're gonna open up the mics.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna I'm gonna give Breeze my mic. I'm gonna give Breeze my mic because my mic is nice and crispy. So I'm gonna slide out the way, give Breeze my mic. You know what I'm saying? Heroin for share the other joint. We'll be all good.
Yo, what up, Philly? All my hard-working Philly cats, blue collar all day. Hey yo, I send this to all of the corporate corpses trying to abort the thoughts of coming out wildin'. Dumbing out time to off the office, I was surely sort of twisted. Worked at a TV studio and audio assistant. Easy do my duty, though at times was in a mean mood. How'd I gotta be cool, I was on the brink of fiends droog, living at the green room. Made a brother the same color but beyond neon. Pushing me to pee on, barking the dreams to be gone. Tending to the talent and many they have, and then he was especially a challenge when he be like, God damn it, can he hear his vocal as he cuffing it? How my merch sound? Thinking on the low is perfect when he put the mic down. Clown stand steady grilling, wanting subservience. Sound man burying, thinking I'm fucking murder him and steaming as I'm watching Duke, leaving on some hot pursuit. Gotta win as these cats be modeling what not to do. Where you at, Queen Herawin?
I'm right here.
Yeah. Brace your brain.
So check it out, Philly. Yo, zone out. Stick to the tone and my flow go out. No doubt the amount of my debt goes down. Then it's profit. I bring the profits to observe how they move after so react to traffic attitude, especially if they acting rude. Getting heads fed when I prove the truth, but that's what I do. So what do you see when you piss to the point you dismiss yourself and that's cool? My style's wild, like how you act a fool, like kids after school, up in the playground. Remember doing shows for little to no dough, taking a Greyhound, doing what I gotta do like half desperate to stay down. Got it on lock like cops clocking you from the spot, copping an 8 pound. Even cats open for what I say now, like virgins who just got ate out. For the first time, I'm far from my first rhyme. Me and Africa, but still connected. Stay within your perspectives, like a kaleidoscope. I'm up and low, one of the tightest, like the type though. That's the same university, type low. And you don't stop, never play Juggaknots. You know how we do it.
1 2 1 2. Nah, man, I like to thanks my people for inviting the brother to come on through.
Show me the place.
One time. We're gonna get loose right here.
Family's back.
Have a little fun like old times.
Be sleazy.
Check it. Yo, I make moves while the clock's ticking. While y'all brothers loitering in front of the crowd frying chicken, trying to holler at the chickens on the strip. Fuck the lip service. I got mouths to feed. That's my main purpose. If I ain't chilling in the crib with my family, I'm out watching the game with my family. Recording in the lab with my family. Fuck feeling me, understand me. Get caught out somewhere without having your heat handy. Like that brother that you called your ace boom. Test the sneakers out when you're broad in the ballroom. Friends, how many of us have them? Too young to understand when Houdini dropped the classic rap anthem. But since I'm grown, I don't use the term lightly. Miss my man Water, think about him when I'm writing. Plus these school loans keep calling me. Raise my son athletic. One day he's going for free to school. I know I messed up, I freestyle cause I got like butterflies in my stomach, cause I'm gonna run it. I ain't seen my peeps in years, so I'm gonna drop some juice for your ears. I hear cheers, yo. October 31st, my man, bomb dispersed. Juggaknots, you the confusion.
Yeah.
Yo, I like the sound pitch, watch this as I switch it up. Gonna mix it up with my peeps, B-sleeves. How you feeling? Queen Herawin. It's been a long time since we blinked it and got busy. Pardon me, my man Breeze, can you pick it up?
On the mic, out there.
Yeah. Turn us down.
Yo. I need to hear the beat. Yo, now I'm...
Yeah, hold on. All right. Try that mic. Check the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey yo. Bust it, just close your eyes and up in the flow of violin. It's on the... Hey, yo.
Yo, let's flip the beat.
Yeah, flip the beat.
Yeah, let's flip the
Let's
beat.
get the mics right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We Bogart in the studio setup. You said we got the Juggaknots, the DJ in studio with us.
Reign Supreme. Yeah. Hey yo. Breeze Brewin. Up here in Philly. Gonna bounce out and get chicken cheese steak. Hey yo. Bust it, just close your eyes and up in the flow. I'm wildin'. It's on some Marco Polo. Before I spark the solo and be that cat. Brand new, grand poo. Over like a fat rat. Get the party like somebody clack clack. Minus the violence. Have a wild when I rhyme, it's like hot to your highness. Talking about it's time and it's timeless, so trust money.
Oh man. We flip it up. Yeah, we flip it up. We go back and forth and back, man.
Yo, I'll take it back for the real jugheads. Hey yo, I be the catalyst, battle is energizing. Then I rise and plot strategy, though do not matter me. I want that while you red-handed, running on through my wallet, heating, forgiving y'all cheeks, the burning for earning that solid beat in the brewing. I want it like I can't describe it, the vibe, it's me in the middle, and I charge to Ritalin, I must prescribe it intravenous, even sent your meanest, leaving cheese and fully teasing that. Like showing hard teasing bullies, forcing a rumble. Still up most humble, tell myself I suck until the joint's fresh. Don't let me do shit, shorty, while I'm fucking. Now you're bucking, that's your MO memo. Niggas stand rough and be pushing it. Regulating when your packs on brand muffins, that's your BM. On the W, shitty freak the act when them speak attacking them. Hey yo, Queen Herawin, where you at?
I think I'm right here. I need the headphones. Yeah. With my verses from my notebook. I told my secret, cause I don't know him good enough, but check it out. Yo, my raps be crushing cats till red like Beano. C-Do, I'm trying to see C-Notes, crazy like C-Lo. So ill, my flows filled with so much shit that fans be examining it like they my P.O. That's why I love my people, keeping me in check. Be keeping them checks coming, keeping the buzz humming like Honda Motors. Downshifting this game and you over. It's the order born, stay calm and you gone. So I stay grinding with these joints like bones with no cartilage. Periodically play pun to pay homage and stay up, keep my game up, get my fame up. On some Debbie Allen, my thoughts are big, out there like Staten Island. These sentences got messages like stop the violence did, SOS's, old and living color skits on some pick it up with Tommy Davidson. Yeah, you know how we doing it.
Yeah, you know how we doing it.
Fluid, pick up that use your confusion and get it straight. Yeah, regulate, that's how we do.
Yeah, Juggaknots in the building. The album Music Confusion is in stores now. Definitely have to pick that up. You know what I'm saying? Nice holiday gift. Music for all seasons. It's classical hip hop movement. You know, they got some ill joints on there. Production by Oh No, J Zone, Breeze Brewin, Buddy Slim, DJ Ellie, B Money. Special guest shots from Slick Rick, Sadat X, 9, J Trez, Little Psy, Big Tone, Shay Logan, Wordsworth, we heard earlier, Subcon, Rob O, Jax. Where'd y'all dig 9 up from? Where'd y'all dig 9 up from?
Yo, what up? 100 Keys, what up? You know what I mean? The Bronx representative, you know, he chilling up, you know. The one to give his where he at, you know what I mean? If niggas want to get at him, you know what I mean? Or the Uptown. You know, peace to my man Big Kaz, you know what I mean? Everybody up in the BX, you know what I mean? Just trying to you know, put some colors on the album, you know what I mean? Do some things with some cats that we, you know, respected over the years, you know? Definitely big up to my mans though, you know?
Yeah, that's a lot of cats. You know, they talk about our message boards and like, well, where did 9 come from? And some cats were like, ask us, yo, where did they get 9 from? So,
nah, we built with 9 like on a regular, like that's fam. We, you know, we gonna go home and straight up like had a whatchamacallit tournament later. You know the PlayStation tournament later. You know.
You know the video game, video game madness.
It must left me going on like 8-hour marathons.
Yo, we wanted to get y'all opinion on this track that we about to play next. It's from a cat, NY Oil.
Who was that last track? That's what the message board is saying.
The beats are courtesy of Vander Slice, who is you know, from the area.
Yeah,
you know, longtime supporter of the show. You know,
Vander Slice.
Regular contributor to the show. You know, we'll get you his information too, because he's always got the heats on deck. But we wanted to get you this opinion on this track from this cat, NY Oil. It's called What's Up, My Wigger. He had a controversial joint that just came out before him called Y'all Should Get Lynched. I don't know if you came across or heard that joint.
Can't wait.
Yeah, so let's get into that track again. It's called What's Up, My Wigger, by NY Oil. And so we're gonna get into that. We want to get the Jug's take on this joint. Hit us on this messenger, VOLTARADI.
Yo.
Yeah, we're back
What's
on
good?
the formula.
Check.
Breeze in
Yeah.
effect.
Y'all can hear me? Check.
Yeah, we good.
Yeah, that joint is very thought-provoking.
Yeah, you got to hear the other joint he did. If you thought that was racy, yeah, that's a little light compared to the Lynch joint.
Oh, that joint on.
It's like the 1 week we don't have it with us, you know? Yeah, we've been running for a bit.
I hear exactly what he's saying. Not for nothing. I mean, you know, are people mad at him? I'm guessing people are mad at him.
They were, yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's whack. Because dude is making a point, and real talk, it's like, you know, I mean, you know, we did the General Lee joint, and Cats was like, back in the day, and Cats was like, well, what y'all mad at? And I'm like, well, that's the problem. You know what I mean? You can't take our pain and make it, you know what I mean, make it the, what am I trying to say? You can't make it the where's the beef for the week? You know what I mean? It's like it gets to the point where, you know, Confederate flags, you know, stuff like that. You know, you can't say this, you can't say that, but you know, words that was used to you know, to hold us down. You know, them joints can become bumper stickers. So it's like that's what dude's saying. If everybody's my nigga, and I understand because of hip hop, you know what I mean? The most dominant culture on the face of the planet right now, which is basically, you know, if there's any juggernaut out there, it's hip-hop overall, and it's like that joint done took over. So everybody, you know, adapts the vernacular, but, you know, honestly, one generation back, it's bugged. It's like, I've seen white kids talking and saying that, but if you get cats that are like 25 maybe, and probably a couple years younger, you know, they might say that, but 25 and up, you know, it's like, you know, it's like a respect thing, you know what I mean? Like my man DJ Eclipse, man, I ain't never heard him. It's like when people say the word around him, he gets kind of uneasy with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
big up
like,
Ziggy Clips.
Word, you know, and it's like it's getting to the point where it's becoming generational. And I guess it'll get to the point where nobody cares. But if we ain't gonna care about nigga, then let's not care about nothing. Let's not care about, like he was saying, you can say whatever. You can say kike, you can say wetback, you can say whatever. And I guess then after that, what up, that's what it is. Me, I'd rather not say nothing. I'm trying myself to not say it. I hate to hear young people saying it, but honestly, it's like with my conditioning, it ain't going away nowhere.
Right.
I gotta be totally deprogrammed. And I used to say that around other white people, honestly, when I would see other black people as honestly a show of solidarity when I was talking to other black people.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it was like, honestly, it was ignorant then to me. It was like, there really ain't no place for it, but it's gonna take a lot of deprogramming. But overall, it's like what dude is saying and how he said it, I think that song's L.
Now you work with young people.
Yeah.
And do you think they have the same consciousness about the word?
Nah. The word done morphed and become something else. If it's not just a regular greeting, it's next to nothing. They ain't no pain from it. They ain't no sting to it. And for that, it's like, you know what? Part of that's cool. I mean, it's like me coming up, man. It was like it used to mean something totally different. But that's how you get a Clear Blue Skies.
Yeah.
Because of hip hop and the overriding culture, I'm pretty sure dude who made that song is either 30 or up.
Right.
It's like there's a cutoff, man, where there's a divide, you know, some kind of mental, you know, there's a number where it's like before it feels different than after. If you 21 right now, and unless you really on some pro-black stuff, it's like, you know what? It ain't the same. Back in the day, you ain't have to be Malcolm X Jr. and it would still mean something. It's like, I ain't the most, whatever. I ain't, Million Man Marching it, but at the same time, it's like the awareness was for everybody back then because cats was getting got for nothing.
Right.
Now it's like you go to the spots and it's like you looking across the joints, just like hip hop. Whenever hip hop started having mixed crowds, it was beyond the crowd. It went to communities and it went to whatever. And it's like when you hear something black and white stuff now, it's not really younger dudes unless they extremists, unless it's like, it's white power or it's whatever. And it's like, to me, I would really, cats really gotta, they can't forget where they came from on that one. But I'm glad that hip hop has brought everybody to some kind of an agreement. But I'm sure for dude, it's still like, scratching on a blackboard for me.
Right.
Just to hear, especially, like working at Fat Beats. I'd see kids coming in and it's like, it's whatever. The kids would be like 15, 16. You got a white kid talking to a black kid. Yo, my nigga, this, that, and the third. And the black kid, he don't miss a beat. It's like he talking to his mama. You know what I mean? It's like he talking to fam. And I'm like,
right.
I'm feeling weird about it.
That would kind of get you slapped when I was younger.
Yeah,
that gonna get you mushed in the face for that one.
But on the strength, it's like, I guess with them, he was comfortable enough that dude didn't mean nothing by it. So
right.
It's like me, I'm like, yo, dude, that don't bother you? He's like, what bothered me? And I'm like, all right, buy your records.
Yeah. Now, do you think it's partially because some of the kids never been like called it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, well, you're just so-and-so, or...
Oh, yeah, nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you think that their pitch would change a little bit if they were actually, like, called it by somebody that was trying to put them down?
Yeah, I mean, back in the days, it's more than that. I've seen cats call nigga, and I've seen kids spray paint. I mean, back in the days around our way, little kids were spray painted blackface with Krylon, man. When it was like where we was at in the BX, it was like it was a little bit more segregated. Now it's just like it ain't like that right now. But back in the day, man, it was like that. And it ain't just come with words. It came beyond that.
Right. Like
right now, cats is rumbling because they rumbling, but that ain't the impotence no more. That joint ain't the spark no more. And it's like for cats who remember when something like that could really make something pop off, a song like what Homeboy's saying, cats could relate to. Now, if cats is saying, well, he's wilding this and that, I'm like, dogs, it ain't that far back, man.
Right.
For real.
They kind of missed the point. We want you to hear the other song that we was talking about, the Lynch joint, so you could kind of get the scope and sequence. Can we get everybody's reaction on this one?
Yeah. What's wrong with it? I don't know. I mean, to me, it's like, I don't really see the problem. I mean, I don't really even see what the value is. I mean, the shock value is. I mean, he's just saying something that a lot of cats are saying. It's just,
It's the words he's using that's making people uncomfortable, but they're not looking into the interior of the message. They're not understanding the metaphor. The metaphor and the message is there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it. It's completely sane. It's completely acceptable. You know what I mean? It was a refreshing to hear. You know what I mean? Exactly, well thought out, mad creative. I think both joints are dope. I think they're extremely creative. The beats are dope. The concepts are dope. The way he said it, the hooks, everything. The cats he shouted out in the second joint, in the Lynch joint. I mean, like I said, it's making people uncomfortable because you're listening on the surface level. You're not understanding what he's saying. If anything.
Who don't like that joint? That's all I want to know. Because it's like, to me, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. At the end of the day, I mean, this is the way I see it, man. Cats don't like dude because the problem right now with cats on the whole is that just, you know what I mean? Back in the days, man, when you used to get down with hip hop, like he was saying, he's like, where is a PE? You know what I mean? And it's like, cats used to have many facets. You know what I mean? Cats used to be well-rounded. You listen to any album, it would be like, yo, there'd be space for that. There'll be space for you to talk about the female issue. I mean, man, it just goes through many things. So it's like, I guess it gets to the point now where everybody is so kind of locked into their segment, you know what I mean? That it's like when a cat does come and say something like that, people are like, he wildin'. He ain't wildin'. Back in the days, man, EPMD, they used to have one joint where they was rhyming, another joint where they was talking about get the Bozak, and another joint where they was talking about, for the crossover. So it's like, man, we gotta get back to being well-rounded dudes. You know what I mean? It's like those two joints are mean. I would love to hear what, you know, other things that homie has to say. You know what I mean? And you know, hopefully it gets into other stuff. Obviously, he can rhyme. He's skilled. You know what I mean? And I don't know if it gets down to that. If cats keep doing that, it'll be less of a shock when somebody comes out and says stuff like that.
Right. Oh, Los had a conniption in the back. We'll we'll let him slide. We'll let him slide with that. Before we get into the moving to change joint, what do y'all want to tell tell the heads about the album? You know, what they might not have heard. You know, because I know it's the sky is starting to turn a little bit. So we're gonna try to bring this close. But what do you want to tell heads about the album, or how to contact? Again, remind heads how to contact the Jugs. Where y'all gonna be if you have any shows coming up. Anything of that nature.
Everything like I said before, most dates that we doing and any new news on Juggaknots, you could check out at the myspace.com/jugsmusic. And like I said, we're working on a website under construction, trying to get that going for 07. For right now, also check out amalgamdigital.com. Okay, those are the cats that we running with. You can find out about all news going on with that. Also, check out DJ Boo, you know what I mean? Susio Smash, you know what I mean? And the whole family, you know what I mean? Anything connected to those links will let you know what Juggaknots is doing.
The album's dope. Pick it up.
Yeah.
Get it online, get it in stores, basically everywhere. If you don't see it in the stores, then check online.
Ask for it.
Yeah, man. For the most part, it's a well-balanced album. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know what I mean? I don't know. I like it. Shout out to my man Big Wiz on the recuperation. You know what it is. Word up.
All right, we're going to get into this moving to change again. Big up to the Juggaknots for coming through, making the trip down. Much success with the album.
Good looking, y'all.
Don't forget, next week we have the 3-year anniversary, so check us out. We got a whole league of superstars in place, and check us this Thursday at the Philly King DJ Championships with Cash Money, Reef the Lost Cause, Freddie Blast, hosted by Lady B. Big up to Rashid New Millennium Entertainment. Putting that on, but like I said, we're going to get into this Juggaknots moving the chains NFL style. We out, y'all.